Is life as we know it the final word in existence? Or could there be something beyond, something surpassing the limitations of biology? We often view life through a narrow lens, focusing on the familiar forms we see around us. But the universe is vast, filled with wonders and possibilities we can only begin to imagine. Perhaps our current understanding of life is just a single chapter in a much grander story. What if evolution isn't bound by flesh and blood? Could consciousness arise from different substrates, from silicon or even pure energy? These questions, once confined to science fiction, are now becoming legitimate avenues of scientific inquiry. We stand at the precipice of a new era, on the verge of unlocking secrets that could redefine life as we know it. The journey to understand our place in the cosmos demands we look beyond the familiar and embrace the unknown. The future of intelligence might lie beyond the boundaries of biology, beckoning us to explore its extraordinary potential. Nature, in all its splendor and brutality, is a paradoxical force. It is both the architect of life and its ultimate destroyer. On the one hand, nature crafts intricate ecosystems, weaving together a tapestry of life forms in a delicate balance. It is a master sculptor, shaping life over eons through the slow, meticulous process of evolution. Yet nature is also a force of immense destruction. It unleashes cataclysmic events like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and floods, reshaping landscapes and wiping out entire species in an instant. Nature's duality, its capacity for both creation and annihilation, reminds us that life, even in its most resilient forms, is fleeting and fragile. This cycle of life and death, of creation and destruction, is essential to nature's grand design. It is a continuous process of renewal, where the demise of one generation paves the way for the emergence of another. While we often focus on nature's beauty, it is crucial to remember its darker side, its power to obliterate what it so painstakingly creates. The history of life on Earth is a testament to its remarkable resilience, but also a stark reminder of its inherent fragility. Throughout our planet's 4.5 billion years, life has faced numerous existential threats. Massive asteroid impacts, volcanic supereruptions, and dramatic climate shifts have triggered mass extinctions, wiping out vast swathes of life in a geological blink of an eye. These events serve as sobering reminders that even the most successful species can be extinguished in the face of overwhelming cosmic or planetary forces. The dinosaurs, once rulers of the planet, were eradicated by a celestial impact, their reign brought to an abrupt end. Their demise paved the way for the rise of mammals, ultimately leading to our own species. The lesson is clear. Biological life, while remarkably adaptable, is not invincible. Our reliance on a specific environment, our dependence on biological processes, makes us vulnerable to a wide array of threats. If life is to persist in the face of these existential risks, perhaps it needs to transcend its biological limitations, exploring new avenues of existence. We are biological beings, our existence governed by the constraints of our physical forms. Our lifespan is finite, limited by the natural processes of aging and decay. Our cognitive abilities, while impressive, are bound by the physical limitations of our brains. But what if we could overcome these limitations? What if we could extend our lifespans, enhance our cognitive abilities, and even merge with technology? This idea, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, is becoming increasingly plausible as our understanding of technology and biology continues to advance. Transhumanism, the idea of using technology to enhance human capabilities, is gaining traction. Proponents envision a future where we can merge with artificial intelligence, upload our consciousness into digital substrates, and even colonize other planets. While these possibilities raise ethical and philosophical questions, they also present a compelling vision of a future where life could transcend its current limitations and achieve a new level of existence. We often romanticize nature as our home, our guardian. But nature doesn't care about survival, it simply exists. 99% of all species that have ever lived on Earth are now extinct. The same fate awaits us if we do not adapt beyond our biological constraints.
To survive indefinitely, we must stop seeing Earth as our final destination and start treating it as our launch pad.
Biological organisms are fragile, slow, and inefficient. The human brain, despite being our greatest asset, consumes 20% of the body's energy while still being vastly limited in speed and storage. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence and digital processing work at speeds millions of times faster. If intelligence is to survive, it must move beyond the limits of flesh.
The transition is already happening. AI, neural implants, and synthetic biology are paving the way for a post-biological future. The question is no longer if we will transcend biology, it's how soon.
We are approaching the dawn of artificial general intelligence, a form of AI that learns, adapts, and surpasses human intelligence. Unlike organic minds, AGI has no decay, no memory loss, and no physical limitations. It is a form of intelligence that can exist indefinitely.
If AGI surpasses human cognition, it will not just replace human workers, it will replace human thought itself. And if intelligence can exist without biology, then biology becomes obsolete.
Imagine a future where your mind can be copied, stored, and transferred into a more advanced medium. Mind uploading, a concept once confined to science fiction, is now actively being researched. This means consciousness could soon exist beyond biological decay in digital or even quantum substrates.
In the next few decades, the question will shift from can we preserve biological life to why would we want to?
Many scientists believe that advanced civilizations no longer rely on biological existence. Instead, they transition into post-biological intelligence, existing as vast computational networks that harness the power of entire galaxies.
If intelligence can exist in pure computational form, then earthbound life is just a primitive beginning. We are not the final product of evolution, we are the stepping stone to something greater.
Some theorists propose that the final stage of evolution is not even AI, but energy-based intelligence, entities that exist as quantum fields, harnessing reality itself to think, create, and exist. At that point, intelligence would no longer be constrained by matter, time, or even physics as we understand it.
We have spent millennia asking what happens after death, but maybe the real question is, what happens after biology itself? We are standing at the edge of a new era. Nature birthed us, but it will also destroy us. The only way to continue existing is to transcend it, to leave behind the limitations of biology and embrace the next step of evolution. If intelligence is to survive, it must evolve beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond anything we can yet imagine.